Hey YouTube, coming at you with my either second last or last John Cup team. It depends how well I did on Sunday. If I did amazing with this team, you're actually going to see it first, so you have a chance to run with it. If I kind of leveled out after this run, I'll showcase it second. So, I started with Talonflame, Umbreon, charjabug, and let's talk about team design here because a lot of the time I used to play balanced teams, so just two Pokemon that cover each other's weaknesses and a safe swap because I find those are the very easiest to play. So again, I'll just go with the old school core. Swampert, Skarmory. You had Swampert lead, double weak to grass. Then if you saw grass or you saw like a really bad matchup, you'd safe swap into your whatever Umbreon, Sableye, whatever it was back in the day. That's not how you spell Umbreon. And then you would try to fight for switch, and then Skarmory would beat it in the back. I use always these balanced teams. About 3 or 4 seasons ago, you will notice that I started playing the safe swap on the lead with the balanced core in the back. And my thought process at that point was, if you can align in the back, you have a pretty good chance to win. So if you if you're trying to have a balanced team, it's kind of RPS what you may see on the front. Whereas if you put like your safe swap Pokemon on the front, it's generally safe that you can maybe win the majority of matchups and then align in the back. So I did that for a while. And then I obviously just saw Homeslice's legend team where he had a Mightyana which I think was a shadow version. And it was a very glassy Pokemon on the lead that hits very, very hard. And then 2 bulkier Pokemon on the back that can kind of deal with each other's weaknesses. And that's what I initially thought of when I put this team together. A very hard hitting Pokemon, so my Shadow Talonflame, that with Shield Advantage and with this Flame Charge can just kind of run through leads. And then Umbreon, and I started with Charjabug in the back because I just looked for 2 of the bulkiest Pokemon I had. So it started off very, very well. They kind of cover each other's weaknesses because, you have Umbreon that's weak to fighting, and Charjabug is Bug. So, okay, this kind of works. Started off extremely well, pushed up a bit, and then I lost a lot because then I started seeing a lot of Dunsparce. And Dunsparce is, I was like, oh, I'm double weak to rock here. So I was like, oh, okay, I still like the idea of the team, but I just need something else in the back. And then I tried another Pokemon, it didn't work. And then I eventually moved to Water Gun Lanturn because I've seen it multiple times. And I was seeing a lot of Talonflames at the time. So I'm like, okay, I can deal with the Talonflames. Plus I still have the Electric for the that is very strong in general in this meta. And then I have the Water Gun to deal with some Talonflame's weaknesses. So that's it. So the first half you're going to see with Charjabug, and then you're going to see probably a couple losses against Dunsparce, and then you're going to see me going into Lanturn. You're going to see, when I mentioned here, like when you're running this Shadow Talonflame on the front, you basically want to try to win lead whenever you can. So you're going to see me overshield. And then there's going to be times, not this one, because this is a Gyarados for this. So this is a very easy answer for me. But you're going to see times where, I think it's like the 3rd or 4th matchups, I just like run with Talonflame where I had like a good lead against a Scizor. They get into something that I can still beat Flame Charging up, and I just stay in that matchup and then run from there. So I think just like Talonflame running and then just absorbing the damage in the back is such a huge play. Charjabug was one of the Pokemon that absolutely dominated for me at the Toronto Regionals a couple seasons ago. Here, same thing, taking out the Gyarados, taking out what's left of the Talonflame, getting a super effective X-Scissor off on the Cradily, and I just sweep that team. Scizor, so Great League. So this is what I'm going to talk about. They're going to get out immediately because they have to. And the question is, what are they going to come into? So Charizard, as you can see, I am chipping a ton. It looks like they're running, I think, Ember. So yes, they will outpace me, but my Incinerates are outputting a lot of damage. And when I boost my attack here, I'm probably just going to be able to incinerate down and come out with energy. So I'm fine burning the second shield because I've got a Shadow Talonflame, which incinerates one of the best damage energy moves in the game. I've already boosted my attack once, and now I am at 100 energy. So here comes in its Flame Charge. If they don't shield this, I'm going to get a 3rd one off that will take them out. So now they need to make a decision, because if I take them out, I'm going to one-shot basically the Scizor. So they have to shield. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, damage is done. I've grabbed both shields. I've chipped up to 50%. Now, not taking the move on Talonflame unnecessarily. So I'm just going to come in here, You got Umbreon. Umbreon can take everything. You have Charjabug in the back that can also deal with a lot. And that's how I play a lot of these matchups out. I just stay in the lead with Talonflame like 9 times out of 10. Unless you have like a terrible lead, like a water Pokemon, Lanturn, Rock user. 9 times out of 10, even when they swap, a lot of times I'm just like, let's ramp up and let's see how far I can go here. So this one, I'm just like forcing them to throw energy. I've already taken them to the red, so they're going to have to dump energy. And even if they have another move here, Charjabug has some bulk, and this is what I liked about using it. And I'm going to take like 3 or 4 Mud Bombs to take me out, especially with Thundershock resisted. I only need 1 X Scissor. So this is just going to punch them out here. Talonflame into Scizor. Crustle comes in, so it's an X Scissor Crustle. Yes, it has Rock Wrecker. Yes, it's going to outpace me. You know where we're going with this, right? So shield up the first Rock Wrecker. X Scissor is a Fury Cutter is a 1-turn move. So we're going to shield that Rock Wrecker and just go from here. I could have gone to a move because that would have been 25 versus like the 25 or 26 and I had an energy advantage. Don't care. Take Switch, take Shield, Dunsparce. So this is the first time I saw Dunsparce, but now I've been able to put on pressure. So Flame Charge, they do end up shielding. Get to another move. Wasn't sure if I was going to get to a Flame Charge or not on the count there, so I just go with the Fly, and boosted does take it out. Here's an Incinerate to the Scizor, 1 HP left. That is a Talonflame sweeping an entire team here. So a lot of good leads, obviously. But again, just going to stand. So Ferret's a weird one. I've played it both ways. I've played it where you just shield up the first Swift and then get a move off and they're likely to shield and then get out. Or you could do like 1 more Incinerate and then get out. Or if you don't want to take the charge move, 2 Incinerates, by the time they're at their Swift, you can catch that on something else like Umbreon and just be fine. Sucker Punch is resisted. Swift's obviously not going to be enough. Yes, someone mentioned that Dark Pulse is straight 4s last time I used Umbreon. Fix that. Fix the Snarl. Yes, it's a 3-turn move. They're going to have to throw another move, and I don't even think a Swift takes me out, so they're probably going to have to throw another one to take me out. So I'm not going to let them do that. I'm just going to try and Incinerate down. They may get to a move here. They do not. And now the Altaria comes in. I'm at almost 100 energy. So I'm just going to go back-to-back Fly here. Really put on pressure on this Altaria here, which they're going to have to shield because Scizor is not going to want to take an Incinerate. And I just grab both shields. And yes, they'll farm me down. And yes, I'll have to shield up a Flamethrower. But Charjabug can take 1 Flamethrower too. And why? The other reason I wanted the Electric, not that you need another answer for Scizor when you have Talonflame, but I just knew that there were so many Scizors in this meta that having an Electric Pokemon that resists the metal is a huge thing to have. So as you can see, resisting the metal, letting the first move go. Night Slash will not take out. My only lose con is like they boost, which, oh, hello, they did boost. So as long as I didn't shield the first one, they got to another move. I'm good. Gets a discharge. Scizor is a little too glassy to be shields down. Moltres. So Moltres is a brutal one. Actually, I thought it'd be easier because I thought I'd just be like, oh yeah, I'll just boost my attack and run through it like always. So 1, they outpace you to the first move. Fine. But 2, as you can see, the Sucker Punch has put me to basically the yellow. I'm throwing here because I want to boost my attack immediately, even though it's not optimal timing. So I will get to a move with like a couple HP left and just outpace here. But it's a really, really close matchup here. So not exactly what you want when you're trying to run like this. And Scizor comes in and I don't have enough health left. Coming in Charjabug. Again, Electric is resisted. Trailblaze is resisted. Sorry, I said Electric is resisted. Steel is resisted. Trailblaze is resisted. They did Trailblaze, but that's okay. Getting to the discharge, and they shield. So now I am probably pondering, like, what do you have in the back? I'm reading maybe some sort of like Gyarados or something in the back. Like, why are you shielding a pretty bad matchup here? Why wouldn't you try and like run in the back here? So I shield, and it is a Pangoro in the back. So I knew they were going to outpace me. So I made the catch here, hoping that I can get to like the Last Resort. But even so, Last Resort's not going to work. And they get the attack rise on the Night Slash, which means one close combat's going to take me out, and they're just going to be able to get to 2 close combats and just basically go back to back and take me out here. So unfortunate for me, that is a Pangoro on the back who got the boost, and I was 1 short. Oh, and a rock slide. Yeah. Some of these run rock slides. I know that. I've seen other content creators put this out with rock slide, which actually scared me. I went into one matchup. I don't know if it's in here or not. I had a Pangoro lead, and I double shielded because I'm like, I don't know if it's running rock slide or not. Altaria, tough lead. So going to get umbreon. You know, they haven't thrown. So we will throw this Dark Pulse to not only do some chip, but burn the switch clock, right? Talonflame in the back. No one's going to throw moves here. I don't even know what I was at and what they were at. Seems like we were both playing like, don't know how to optimize this. So let's just keep throwing fast moves. They do eventually go Brave Bird. It does not take me out. I would have lost CMP anyway, so it doesn't matter too much that I threw the fast move there and they got to it. They did lower their attack or defense by 2, so I was hoping I could incinerate down. And the Altaria comes in. You know, Talonflame's pretty glassy. You probably want to shield it. So I do. Get to the fly. I'll probably have to instant swap into charjabug. But now they do have a flamethrower, and I'm going to just get outpaced because they had a little bit of extra energy. Do I take the flamethrower? Probably. I need to save a shield for oh, interesting. Dragon Pulse. Getting to the discharge. It is enough to take out, and it is a Cradily in the back. X's are super effective. I'm pretty low. I just need to get one more off here. And I do, which is nice. And then I'll have to instant swap. And oh, they have another Pokemon left. What's left? Gotta shield up the Rock Tomb. That's no surprise. And I get caught on. Yeah, I get caught on the Talonflame. Nice catch. Yeah. So they catch on that, and now they're going to get to move. I had to throw, right? Because they're at a move. So they caught when they had a move as well, so it would have been CMP. So it's not like I could just like hold back and wait for that catch, because then I would have lost anyways. What I didn't show was a couple of Dunsparce. Ran into some Dunsparce. They just comboed it. Probably like rage quit those out of frustration and went there. Okay. Cradily lead. When you have the Shadow Talonflame, one Rock Tomb comes first, so it lowers your attack. So I boost it right back. The problem is you can't incinerate down before they get to the next Rock Tomb, but you will outpace them. So I throw the move every single time, force that shield. Some shield to get the second Rock Tomb off, others let it go. Just depends what they want to do. This one lets it go. Talonflame comes in, and this is nice having my water gun lantern here, which will be able to just kind of eat all this. Also putting on some fast move pressure. Got the charge move pressure. Here comes the water gun lantern. What's in the back of Fortress? So I'm going to stay in a bit here because I know that Bug Bite is super effective against Dark. But Lantern is my win con, so once I land that, you know we're definitely eating the move on Umbreon. Yes, Bug Bite is super effective, but do not care. This is just a sacrifice at this point. There's the first Rock Tomb. That's fine. Here comes a Dark Pulse. 1 HP left. That's okay. I get that extra Snarl. Talonflame comes in. They have to throw. Umbreon is so tanky that if it's just a fly, I'm going to live. Or Flame Charge, I'm going to live. They need to Brave Bird me from that range, which seems crazy from a Shadow when I'm only at like 30%. But I get to the Dark Pulse, which means they have to shield. And at this point, I can just Water Gun down. Gonna shield up a move. They just dumped before, so they don't have a lot of energy left. Well, who's counting? Clearly not me. But they do have back-to-back moves, but that's okay. I do shield one, take the other. Good. Pangoro. And this one stays in. And this is the one, yeah. This is the one I was like, crap. I know this thing has Rock Slide. And they go Night Slash first, and then I'm like, did I just get baited? Like, what are the counts for Rock Slide? I have no idea. So I just like throw this. They shield. I'm like, oh crap. Now they definitely have Rock Slide. Or else why would they shield if they didn't have Rock Slide? So I have to double shield the Pangoro, even though it just goes straight Night Slash here. But that's okay. You know, out comes a Clodsire. I'm already once boosted. So let's just start ramping up damage here, right? Unfortunately, because I did go double flame charge, I cannot get to the fly on the 2 there, which means they get to move. But you know what? That's okay. Have the water gun. They just dumped energy. Piloswine in the back. Double weak to water in the back. Love to see it. It is a powder snow. Again, I already see my win con here. Let's see how I play it out. I could stay in and chip. I could take this. Well, they have powder snow, so I'll probably stand for a bit. And if I want to catch, I'll probably catch like up here now. Or no, it's going to be close. The thing is, Umbreon can take care of the rest of this team at this point. I live a Stone Edge. Lanturn has some bulk too, right? That's what made it such a good Pokemon for so long in this meta. That I live with 1 HP. Take it out. So yes, the Clodsire comes back in, but it's in the yellow. Umbreon is in the full health, which means that there is absolutely no shot for this Clodsire. Ferret, tricky, just because Swifts come at 10 and you are Shadow, so you will just have to you get outpaced here, and it would most likely one shot. So we'll try to optimize fast move. I'm kind of surprised I'm going for fly. Maybe I'm thinking 30, 15, 25, 35. Yeah, maybe I'm just trying to bank some energy for later. I think that was like my thought process at the time. It's just like, I know I'm going to get outpaced. Let's just bank that energy. So Fortress comes in. Dark Pulse does like 40-ish% there, which is huge. And they just go Sand Tomb here, which I don't know why. Bug Bite is super effective. And I think they were hoping that the Shadow Bug Bite would just start adding up here. But they take the second Dark Pulse just for me to take them out. So flipped switch. It's a Marowak in the back. I assume I'm just going to, instead of getting farmed down, go into like Talonflame or something. Yeah, there's no point in getting farmed down. And I'm at the fly. And that full Incinerate went through, so I'm probably likely to shield. Yeah. When a full Incinerate goes through, you want that to register. Even though they snipe, that's okay. You know, that Incinerate will register. That'll take it low. They just dumped energy here. I have Umbreon that has some health left. And I have Lanturn here. And I think what I'm doing here is, I know they're going to want to throw the Trailblaze. And I'm not going to let them throw it on me. So farm up a bit. Catch it on the Umbreon. That Trailblaze does land. Basically takes me out. That's okay. They're not going to get to another Trailblaze because the Water Gun does actually put pressure on. Have a Water Gun coming out. That matchup is over. Gyarados, bad lead. Gyarados is one. Like, when are you leaving? Altarias, Gyarados, any dragons, really. Anything that resists the fire. Dragons, I'm out. Some Mud Boys. Like, Quagsire is a tough one I probably get out. I've played the Gastrodon out. It's a little tricky because they're getting to the Water Pulse right when you're getting to your move. And so if they bait, you're kind of screwed because then they can very easily throw the Water Pulse the second time, which means then you have to jump. So it's one of those that you can like jump immediately or just stay in that matchup for a bit. But yeah, so I will go down here. But, you know, I've took it to the yellow. I know the Gyarados is on the lead. Gyarados is so glassy that if I can just shield up one here and just resist it, Incinerate down, I'm already at 3. There's 4. There's 5. I'm at 100 energy, which means I'm at 2 flies. So the Gyarados comes in. Here's my first fly. I'm going to go back-to-back flies to basically grab both shield or take it out. And then as an instant swap into Lanturn to see what's left in the back. Now, it's not a Spark Lanturn, so the Water Gun will be resisted, which means they're staying in for a bit. I'll take one crunch because I'm thinking maybe Talonflame can still be a win con. That's some good chip there. Trying to get to the Thunderbolt. They do catch on Scizor. This is why I still like having electric. Resist the metal bullet punch. And I do Water Gun them down. And then I'm like, you know what? I know I'm already in the yellow. Gyarados is already in the yellow. I imagine that Surf is probably going to put pressure on this health. I didn't know how much pressure until they were left with 2 HP. And I'm like, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage on a Gyarados. And I should have known that because I've played with Gyarados and I know it really can't take anything. Has back-to-back moves, but I have a shield. So we'll shield that up. That Incinerate will register and we'll take it out. I think it's the last one here where I did go 5-0 to get me back. Again, I've shown this. You're going to get outpaced to the first move. You shield. You can fast move time Incinerate if you'd like, but you'd have to throw Boast Flame Charge anyways and see what they want to do, whether they want to shield or just let it go. And then you can make a decision of depending on what comes in and go from there. So there's the first one. Gonna throw the second one. This will either grab that shield or take them out. It does grab that shield. That's fine. I will absolutely shield this back. I've already boosted twice. They will now lower my attack twice, which means I am neutral, and it is a Talonflame, and this is perfect. They are switch locked, so I would be... They left with before they got taken out, so I should probably instant swap here. I'm surprised. Maybe I didn't register. Honestly, I probably did not register at the time. I don't mind throwing the first fly, but I should have looked at their Pokemon and saw that they had all three. And then just like instant swapped. Like you can grab a shield with the fly, but you should be catching on... You should not have your Pokemon go down. You should be catching on Lanturn here. And at this point, I'm just going to commit to the farm down. Come out with some energy. These flies are chipping, and out comes a Piloswine again, man. I know Water Gun Lantern's been used a million times, but definitely having some play here. And then sort of banking a move. And then knowing that I can just snarl down from this point and taking those stone edges with ease. Oh man, Umbreon, it's been a while. It's been a while since I played with you, and I've played you now twice in the past like week here. I forgot how much damage you can just take. So I have a bunch of energy. Snarl down the Cradily. Have a Dark Pulse coming out. Throwing it right away because I'm pretty sure Talonflame is pretty low. And that Dark Pulse will take out. That's a 5-0 to get me back to 25-20. And we'll go from there. So if you're seeing this, it's because I have done well with it again on Sunday, which probably pushed me up to like the 25-50 plus range. So if I'm above 25-50, you're probably seeing this Monday morning. If you're seeing it Monday afternoon, it means I probably like leveled out like some 3-2s, 2-3s, and probably just went sideways. In that case, I'll showcase it in the afternoon. But that is it for Jungle Cup. Maybe. You maybe see one this afternoon. Tomorrow, League Turnover, Great League Remix, and Master League. So we're not covering Master League, but we definitely will cover the Great League Remix. I'm just waiting for them to update the Pokemon that were in the Great League Remix, and then we will showcase that teams and Pokemon and everything there. So that is it. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.